Alex.
Sophie Tipping.
India.
I'm from Ipswich.
Coventry.
Surrey. I would say middle class.
Lower middle class.
I'd say I'm medium class. I'd say it's a bit of both.
I think it has to some extent in like workwear and stuff. Like Carhartt is like a really good example, like their workwear jeans and their dungarees.
The high fashion industry often takes styles from lower classes because it's easy for them.
I don't know really, like there's always been that whole idea of like upper classes being like less cool, and like the whole like streetwear has always been like a lower class thing, like you buy into streetwear and then that's been like a bit of a trend which like upper class people don't really have, because like they'd be like more, it's smart upper class I guess, it's less trendy.
A lot of workwear.
The workwear bags and stuff like that are quite big as well.
Tracksuits.
I'd say stuff that you'd see on a building, like cargos, tracksuits, that sort of thing. Carhartt's definitely a big one for that.
Like workwear jeans, like Carhartt jeans. In like my area, like North Face puffers and tracksuits were quite big, so we had a lot of like bricklayers and like plumbers and stuff.
Trainers.
I think it's good if they appreciate where it's come from and they don't like twist it into this idea of it being like this like luxurious thing, like they're like self-aware of where it's come from and how it's been like brought about. Then yeah.
So I think it's good. It's good that people take influence from all around.
Don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but maybe they're not giving credit where it's due and not showing where that like those styles originated from.
I think high fashion completely influenced it, because people will see these people on the runways and then they will take bits of it and micro trend it and like, I don't know, like advertise it to people who can afford it at a lower budget, and then they're just completely recycling these like fashions and trends to get money from it and like capitalistic. And then yeah, like that happens for like influencers as well and stuff like that. Like people see these models and think, well, I will dress like that to be like in that part of like society.
Yes. With like knockoffs from designer brands like fakes and dupes.
I'd say that fast fashion, they make a lot of stuff look high end. It's cheap. That's a good thing about it. It's cheap. Makes it make people like satisfied with the price.
Pros is affordable. Like young people, especially like in lower classes, like you can afford to like keep up and like feel good about yourself without feeling like you're falling behind. But then cons, it's so bad for the environment.
Fast fashion is like, I'd say it's not very sustainable.
Non-ethical and bad for the environment.
A lot of it is not made very ethically.
Pros of high fashion is obviously like it's a better quality. The less is being produced at a certain amount of time, and like it's like handmade a lot of the time as well. Like it's less factory work.
Expensive.
Cons, I think it's quite toxic the way they brand it, of like very petite models, like no plus size inclusion. Well, some do, but not a lot. I would change sustainability, but like then again, like fast fashion brands are now having their like sustainable sections on their website where you can like shop into it. But I think more of that and less of like Shein and that sort of like fast fashion in overseas countries.
Doing things to slow it down a bit and being more ethically conscious and like considering the rights of the workers more.
The people that make the clothes should be paid more.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it can be a lot of like less pay and kind of a lot of labour work.